Hey there, I'm Liz Petsky. I'm one of the broker owners of Remax by the Lake. We have offices in St. Joseph and Stevensville, Michigan. We serve Southwest Michigan, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what's happening in our housing market right now, specifically month supply of inventory that helps us determine whether we're in a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. So I'm sure you've heard these terms kind of tossed around, and I'll tell you a little bit where we get this information from and how it determines what kind of market we're in. So MSI is the month supply of inventory. It's a calculation that quantifies the relationship between supply and demand in the housing market. So if no new homes hit the market today, how many months would it take to burn through all the homes currently available for sale? MSI answers that question. So it's typically calculated by dividing the current month's inventory figure by a rolling 12-month calculation of pending sales. It's also possible to use monthly pending sales, monthly closed sales, or a rolling 12-month closed sales, but I prefer the rolling 12-month pending sales figure to adjust for seasonality and to retain the forward-looking predictive nature of pending sales rather than a backward-looking closed sales figure. So it's often mistaken for an inventory-only related metric. It's related to the inventory, but not solely informed by inventory. It speaks to the relationship between inventory and buyer activity. So we often field questions about that mysterious relationship between a rising inventory and falling months of supply. So MSI seeks to quantify how many months it would take the market in its current condition to absorb the entire active inventory. So we're easily able to see if the market is favoring buyers or sellers. Generally, a balanced market will lie somewhere between 4 and 6 months of supply. So if MSI is displayed at less than 4, sellers have gained asking power. Then if MSI is above 6, buyers have gained negotiation power. So in our 3 counties that we serve here in our association, Berrien County, which is where both of my offices are resided, looking back, the most recent data we have is through the end of May of 2022. In May of 2022, we had 2.3 months of supply, and comparing that to May of 2021, where we had 1.4 months of supply. So we've increased 64.3%. So remember, under 4 is a seller's market, between 4 and 6 is a balanced market, and over 6 months is a buyer's market. So we're still solidly in the seller's market category, but we are trending a little bit more towards a balanced market here. Looking at Cass County, we were at, 2.1 months of inventory in May of 2022 compared to 1.4 months in 2021. So that's a 50% increase in that market. And then Van Buren transversely stayed stable. So we were at 1.6 months, which is very, very low in May of 2022, but also 1.6 months of May of 2021. So still very much a seller's market there. So things have shifted this last week. If you've watched my last video, we talked about how the Fed funds rate increased by 0.75% last week, which doesn't directly impact mortgage rates, but it does cause some volatility in the market. So mortgage rates are based on the 10-year Treasury bond yield, which did increase those rates. We're now at 5.42% for a 30-year mortgage. Again, if you watched that last video, I talked about how much that impacts a buyer's ability to purchase. So buyers have cooled down a little bit this last few weeks, and then inventory is hitting the market. So both of those factors are coming into play here with a shifting market into more of a balanced market. If you subscribe at the end of this video, you'll get notified when I do new videos every week. Next week will be July, so I will have June's data. And so we'll be able to see a little bit more where are we moving as far as a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. My thoughts is I'm sure we're moving more towards a balanced market here. So good for you buyers who've been kind of stressed out and not been able to purchase in the last year just because you've been priced out of the market or it's very competitive. There should be less competition for you and more homes on the market. Sellers, you're still very much in a seller's market. So if you've been on the fence with selling, now is probably the time to do that, hitting the spring and the summer here before you are, one of many homes on the market. So make sure you subscribe here at the end of the video, and we'll talk again next week. Thanks for watching.